And this is how to get started with rerun in Python. First, of course, you have to install rerun. And it's important to note here that the rerun package is actually called rerun SDK. So what you do is you type pip install and then rerun SDK, and you also install the notebook extra. This notebook extra is a user interface. Now, to get started, we import rerun as RR and then call the initialization. We give it a name. In my case, I just called it tutorial1 and tell the entire user interface to show. To log something, we can call rr.log and then we give it a path. This is like a key in a dictionary, and it just tells rerun where to store data. I'm going to create a new path that is called log/messages. Now, after defining the path, we also have to define the entity. And in this case, we just want to get started by logging some text. And there is a text log class in rerun, and we are just going to use that and then add our log message. And with that, we can just hit run and then wait for the interface to appear. And once it does, we can see a few things here that happened. First of all, we have this tutorial1 entity here, and we have a recording for the tutorial1 application. Every time, if we do not close this user interface and we rerun, then we will have a new recording inside the tutorial1 application. Here on the left side, we can see the structure that we created. So I created the logs and then the messages one, and that is what we see here. And yeah, here's our log message. We can also be a little bit fancier with what we do, because we can also combine rerun with the Python logging module. To do that, after initializing rerun, we add a logging handler to our logger in Python. We just get our logger, say we want to add a handler, and then create a log handler from rerun. And here as well, we give it a path that we are going to save the logs to. We also need to set the log level, which we do by calling we get the logger again, and then we just call set level, put it to -1, and then we can use the default the Python logging module for logs. In this case, I'm just going to make a very simple log saying, yeah, let's do the hello world one, and also showing that you can do different levels. And when we run this code, again, we switch to the rerun viewer, and we now have a new recording here because I didn't close the viewer earlier. And in this recording, we have first the info, hello world, and then the warning. This is actually the warning. We can also switch between the two. So this is the first log and our second log. And again, we can see our structure here. And that is how to get started with rerun in Python and do simple text logs.